Greetings, thank you for joining me today, and I hope wherever you are, life is treating you well and that you are safe, you and yours, okay? Now, words are everything, and the customer service rant, by the way, words are everything, and the manner of the words that you use and the actual words that you use are everything in helping you achieve the goal you want to achieve. So, for example, if you're in sales, customer service, debt recovery, doesn't matter what it is, you will get more by being personable and approachable, someone that the customer or potential customer can deal with. What you don't want to be is unapproachable. So if whether you're making an outbound call or taking an inbound call or seeing someone face to face, being approachable is everything. Being able to look someone in the eye and say hi and be friendly and open to the conversation. Really, that will go a long way. And to that end, I will never be scripted. I know there's a lot of businesses out there, a lot of organisations that will give you a script, something to say verbatim at the start and the end of the conversation, maybe something in the middle. The usual offering the survey, using the customer's name a certain number of times and opening the conversation a certain way. And some of the scripts that you get given in certain industries reflect the misguided notion that there are certain things you can say that will encourage people to, pay quickly, buy quickly, to rush people into a decision. Now, there's nothing could be further from the truth. There's only so much leverage you can exert on somebody when it comes to making them spend, because only they will know how much money they have available to spend, and some people don't have a pot to pee in, unfortunately. So you will have a shorter call, a more productive call, if you find out what they want first of all and what their ability is to spend first of all. And there's no way you're going to steamroller them into giving everything if they don't have everything to give. It's as simple as that. So you might as well be polite and get the right answers and decide how long you want to take on the call, and politely get rid of a call that's not going to be so profitable for you. Just saying. So those new to a customer service job might be asking themselves, or new to the industry, because you have to start somewhere. Those new to the customer service role might be saying, well, what can I do to always be successful? How can I be approachable all the time? Well, just be yourself. Be yourself. Develop a banter, a patter, if you can, something that feels natural to you. Now, for some people, the script might be a good guide. You could read from the script and make it your own, just so it flows better for you. Everyone speaks in a slightly different ways. Some people are gentle, some people are harsh, but the way to use these things is to bend it to your will, to make it work for you, to make it flow along with all the other things you feel comfortable saying. And it's also worth being more approachable by delivering the messages that you've got to deliver by saying, look, I'm duty bound to mention this. So, for example, if you're setting up a direct debit, you say, I'm duty bound to say, would you like to hear the direct debit guarantee read out to them, that sort of thing. Or I'm duty bound to read out the legal blurb that we need to read out just so you're covered, all these things. The disclaimers, the legal things you've got to mention. I'm duty bound to use this, duty bound to say this, and duty bound to mention. I say a lot of that, but it seems to work for me because you're telling somebody something, you're doing what you have to do, you're ticking the box as far as your quality is concerned, and they know it's not just you being awful and stopping them talking. You have to say these things, you have to mention them in order to make sure that you're treating them right. And you can also use words like, I need to treat you properly, I need to give you the service I want to give you and everybody else by telling you whatever it happens to be. It's all about appearing real, appearing willing to negotiate, open to a conversation without appearing rude in any way. We don't appear robotic. So it's easy to get something that works for you. You just have to work on it. You just have to be patient. Not every call is going to be brilliant, unfortunately. Some calls you will learn from. Some calls you learn how to handle the difficult customers. Some calls will be easy. They just call in. It's straightforward. You tell them and they take a payment and that's it. That's great. But those aren't calls that you learn from. You're going to learn from the hard calls. You're going to learn from the hard calls, the tearful customers. You're going to learn from the difficult questions and the people who challenge you on what you're saying, the people who come up with unexpected things that you never saw coming, the people who throw all sorts of distressing things into the conversation. Yes, they're horrible to deal with, but there will be days like this and you will be better for it. You will learn. I believe in you. Now, you might be thinking, well, what might I not want to do? What can I avoid doing completely? And then I will at least be guaranteed not to be a failure. Well, okay. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Okay, you want to look that one up on YouTube. I saw a video earlier on, a recent video, part of the Trump regime, that one is, doing a press conference, talking to members of the press, US press and from overseas, and there was a UK reporter, Sky News, UK reporter there, who asked a normal question. I forget what the question was, it's by the by, but Marjorie Taylor Greene turned round and, I don't know, maybe she needed a loo, maybe she needed to get away, who knows, when you get into can't trust a fart territory, maybe that was where she was, maybe that was what it was. But she turned around and laid in to the Sky News reporter, properly laid in, told her to go back where she came from, and so on and so forth. Now, that wasn't manners. That was unapproachable. That was awful. Now, people will think twice before talking to her the next time she's supposed to be doing a press conference. What if a politician turns up to a press conference and says their piece and says, any questions? And everyone goes, no, not you, not you. I'll talk to someone else, not you. Just quietly says nothing, walks off. Because it can happen. It can happen. You can only alienate so many people before people just stop giving you the time of day. And it doesn't matter where you come from or how powerful you think your country is. It can happen. Manners. The old saying, manners make a man. Well, manners don't just make a man. They make everybody. And they give you the power to command the conversation. What she did there, of course, was trying to play from the Trump playbook of deny, distract, and dismiss. And unfortunately, all she came over was as mad and angry. Yeah. I'm sorry, you can't do that to a UK reporter. They'll just take it. It's gold. I'm sure she'll be dining out on that for many, many years to come, because the aggression that Marjorie came back with was just a simple question. It was no justifying it. But that's by the by. So essentially, being robotic and awful and just aggressive is the wrong way to approach any conversation, any call. It really is. You won't get where you need to get. Even if somebody's coming at you with all their aggression, you don't meet them with equal power. You don't do that. You don't match fire with fire. That's not the way to win. You hear their concerns, you step back to the line of fire if there's punches being laid down, but it never does you well to bring aggression into a conversation like Marjorie did. It'll always lead you to be seen in a very poor light, and other customers might see it or hear it, and it might spread around the world. So, food for thought, isn't it? People remember you. People remember you, especially if you're nice, especially if you're polite. People also remember you if you're awful. It's better to be remembered as polite, isn't it? Polite, honest, approachable. I think that's what we all need to aspire to. Anyway, thank you for listening to my rant. Check out the video. I shall post a link in the description. And whatever you do, have a great day. Stay away from ice and see you soon. Bye for now.